Hey, welcome to Shores Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Please subscribe to this channel. YouTube has been shadow banning me, slowing down my algorithms and everything else for a couple years now since I've had 2 strikes, and I am on their watch list to remove conservative outlets. I am one of them. So please subscribe. Give me your comments. Give me your thumbs up. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. We are now getting into the volatile time of the year due to the political season. The Democrats, and yes, I say Democrats, are having their convention in Chicago, which is notorious for riots, looting, anarchists, and everything else. The only platform the Democrats have right now is abortion, killing babies, changing America into a socialist Marxist, and destroying what's left of the Constitution, which is just merely a piece of paper and a suggestion to them. Supposedly, the numbers are up to 100,000 protesters, anarchists, Democrat militia to put on a show of force against America, against the Republican conservative establishment, to say, if you go against us, these are the people you will be facing. The anti-Semitism in this nation will be on full display in Chicago. Be prepared for that. So if you are in your vehicle, for instance, and you are in one of these cities or large suburbs, why I have no idea, but you're still there, and whatever cause breaks out and the streets are filled up with protesters, what do you do? First off, no matter what state of the union you are in, it is illegal to hit a protester blocking your way with your vehicle, period. If they are standing there just blocking your right of way, no matter how fast or how slow you go, no, you cannot hit them with a car. You will be arrested for vehicular assault, period. You cannot do it. No matter if you're going 1 or 2 miles an hour, blowing your horn, saying, get out of my way, and they refuse, and you hit them with your car, you can and will be arrested. Now, I'm going to put an asterisk on this. If your life is under threat, in harm's way, they're smashing your windows, threatening your life, or it is a life and death emergency inside your vehicle. Somebody is having a baby. Somebody's having a heart attack. Somebody's doing something. First off, make sure you try to get whatever law enforcement is available to get them to rescue said person or persons in your vehicle and get them into harm's way. The rest of it, I will leave up to your discretion. That is an asterisk on that statement. Secondly, another asterisk. If said protesters are smashing your car windows, breaking your side windows, attempting to drag you out of your car or commit violence inside your car, shooting at you, then all bets are off. Save yourself. And if that means hitting someone with your car in order to save your life or your family's life, then by all means, with an asterisk, be aware of the consequences, but at least get yourself to safety and deal with the aftermath later on. You still may face charges, you still may be arrested, you still may be convicted, but at least you are alive to tell your story. And I'm going to put that in an asterisk. I'm not advocating that, but that is an option. You are priority, so is your family. Now, what happens if you are caught in said protest and you are stuck in your car and nothing is happening? You just have to sit and wait. They will go away. They will be dragged off. It will end. You may miss your appointment. You may miss your flight, whatever. That's why you have cell phones in your car. Say you have to abandon your vehicle because things are not letting up and it is becoming increasingly dangerous to yourself, to your family members, what have you, and you have to abandon your car. Here are the things that I carry in both of my vehicles 24/7, and I highly recommend you do so at all times. First off, what I call a get home bag, get home to safety, whatever it is. I have a backpack filled with appropriate weather clothing, food, water, medical kit, self-defense items. I carry that in every vehicle 24/7. Make sure you do too. This will sustain you to get you out of harm's way. Secondly, I do not have any bumpers, decals, stickers advocating any type of political affiliation or flags or t-shirts or anything else with any particular affiliation. If you have to get out of your car, make sure your hat does not state a cause that can cause problems for you. Be as generic a bystander as humanly possible. That goes for your family. Make sure your family gathers on one side of the car opposite the walking crowd or wherever disturbance there is, and you interlock your arms. Not hold hands, interlock your arms elbow to form a chain, and you swim across the protesters sideways, moving in and out, going to safety. If there is a building that can afford you shelter and they open up their doors and say, come on inside, it's too dangerous out there, take full advantage of that and wait it out. Even if your car is burned to a crisp and you have full coverage, it is covered under your insurance. If you have liability only, then you're pretty much SOL unless you catch the people that are torching your car, and chances are they have nothing anyway. But at least you're alive and you can get another car. It can be replaced. You cannot. Some of the other options, I always carry in the vehicle an umbrella, not only for rain. However, when you pop it open, as you have seen in these protesters, it provides a little bit of self-defense against knives, thrown objects, whatever. It won't last long, but it'll be enough to maybe to get you to run and protect you. So an umbrella is good for multiple uses. Another thing is a kerchief to cover your face, for not only to protect your identity, but against any smoke or incendiary devices or anything else to help protect your breathing. One of the other options, gas mask. Sure, there's going to be all kinds of stuff to make you start coughing, eyes burning, and everything else. Make sure you have a filter on there. Make sure it is form-fitted for everyone in your vehicle, that they know how to don it and know how to use it and to escape. I have this in a leg bag, straps on to your leg and carry it down by your thigh. I also have extra filters for each and every gas mask, depending on the amount of hazard. These filters do not last forever. Depending on the usage, the most is 8 hours in extreme situations, 12 hours to 14 hours on regular usage. Do not forget to pull the plug or else you're going to suffocate. So pull the plug on this so it begins filtering. These should all be fitted to everyone in the car. You should know how to use them and get to safety. Gas mask. Another thing that I have, your personal IFAC. This is minimal. This can stop small bleeding, small injuries, or anything else. It contains gauzes, over-the-counter meds, small items to help protect you, save you until you could get to safety. Your own personal IFAC attached to either your belt or your backpack. Now, another thing, and this is strictly up to you on how you feel about it. Self-defense weapons, fixed blade knife, can be intimidating, can be deadly, can be turned against you. So if you deploy this, you better be serious about how to defend yourself, your family, because it can be taken away from you and used against you. It does not have to be a huge blade, as I will show you, but that can be intimidating to someone that has something. A regular pocket knife comes in handy, doesn't have to be a big blade, but it can be used for a good self-defense weapon. Make sure the blade is sharp. I like a small skinning blade. Most of the time it will not get you in trouble. However, in close combat, this can be extremely deadly and very effective. Another self-defense weapon, nightstick, can be carried to break windows, to get out of the car, or to get into safety, to defend yourself against some thug that wants to do harm to you, to the family, whatever. There's a lot of perverts out there. A good self-defense weapon will go a long way. This has a hole in it to put rope through it, wrap it around your wrist so it cannot be taken away from you. Nightstick is a good self-defense weapon. Another thing that I carry in all my vehicles, maps. I live in Ohio, so I have a map of Ohio with all the roads, side roads, cities, and destinations, and how to get there. So if you are looking to detour to get out of there and you're saying, how do I get out of here? All the major roads are blocked. I have maps for alternative routes, how to get there. One of the cities I was going into was Cleveland. I no longer go to Cleveland, but I had a map with all the side roads, alternatives, how to get into Cleveland and out of Cleveland. I also have maps on all the surrounding states here in Ohio. So if I should have to leave Ohio for whatever reason, I can pack up Sandy and the dogs and say, okay, here we have maps. Here is the routes. Here are the alternative routes to get to West Virginia, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Indiana. At least get out of Dodge safely to my bug out location. Another thing I carry in all those, paper and pen. In case I have to abandon my vehicle and someone comes looking for me, I give them my phone number and destination, but not exactly where I am headed. You don't want them following you to your house or your bug out location. A simple note saying, going home, going to bug out location A, going to emergency location C, and if you have discussed your plans with your loved ones, they will know exactly where to look. But leave your note saying, I'm okay, I'm injured, heading to the hospital, on my way home, whatever. And if your car isn't burned to the ground or something and you have a note, at least it'll be some comfort to someone who may come looking for you. Those are just a few of the things that I carry in my car to help me survive the coming SHTF. Hopefully this will help you, and I'm sure there are many, many more suggestions. Go ahead and leave them. But that's what I do. But I'm out in Amish country, and there isn't a whole lot of threat out here, except maybe a runaway horse and buggy, a steer, or something else like that. But you never know what may happen when it may happen. So be prepared. Get yourself right with God. Ask for forgiveness for your sins. Get baptized, submerged in water, born again in the name of Jesus Christ. That's a priority. Thank you again for subscribing to Yours Prepping. Greg out.